everyone, we've got a good one for you tonight. It's Game 3 of the NBA Cup for both of these teams. Let's get started. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And now Will Force is reporting on the sideline. And the new power rankings. Still only the first month of the season. Here's a chance to compare early returns. Taking a look at Golden State. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And right now, for the Hawks, they're trending in the wrong direction. The NBA competition can be unforgiving. Not much room for mistakes.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Atlanta Hawks. Alexander Walker in at shooting guard and Riziche at the small forward. Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. And for the Wizards, Koulibaly is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Harden. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Czar in at the 5 down low. Off the tip, it's Washington. You look at Washington. A 1-1 record thus far in the Cup, so they have to win this one at home.
Yes, they're at 500, and in terms of the NBA Cup, their backs are against the wall. You have to win tonight to have any shot to advance.
And then, looking at where Atlanta stands, it's their 3rd game in the NBA Cup, and they really need a win tonight to stay alive.
Yeah, they're 1-1 thus far, so another loss probably knocks them out. It's going to be a tall task for them tonight, though, on the road.
And the Wizards with possession after the basket by Atlanta. Davis gets a wide-open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Davis has got 5 points so far. Alexander Walker with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. Pass to Okongwu. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Okongwu's now got his 2nd bucket of the night. Here's Young. He had 27 points last game. Davis up top, covered by Johnson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And over 3 years in high school, Anthony Davis shot up from being 6'2" to 6'10". But Greg, he brought those guard skills with him.
And Kevin, that transformation as a pro also significant. Adding over 30 pounds to his frame. And with his wingspan over 7'5", he is a physical presence.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
So, guys, Trae Young's contract in Atlanta was coming to an end, and both sides could not reach an agreement on a long-term contract extension. So trade talks ensued, and Trae Young finds himself in a new destination that now makes him the lead franchise guard in a new home.
It is a new day. Thank you for the update, Shams. Atlanta shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Number 11, taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And this Wizards team, Greg, giving its young players every opportunity to develop.
Yeah, these young guys were the NBA equivalent of drinking from a fire hose. But after years of just treading water and mediocrity, I think the fans appreciate the clear sense of direction from this group.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And Young, here we go. Rebound by the Hawks. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago.
Here's Alexander Walker. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson the screen. Here's the 3. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. For Washington, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. Pass to Koulibaly. Johnson against Davis. Koulibaly with a screen on Johnson. Back to Koulibaly. Young with no one around. Drills it from outside.
Well, they've started this game strong offensively. 3 out of their first 4 attempts.
To the middle. Got a piece of it. And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
Okay, wow. Okongwu. Unreal.
And Young kicks to Davis. Wizards passing it around. And again, Washington with the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Rizichet. Down low, here's Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
Young, right side, outside, Davis. Backed in, coming off the assist from Young. Davis has got 10 points in the game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. For the Washington Wizards, they come in off the loss to the Bulls. And Davis gets it to go.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Rizichet. He's defended by Koulibaly. And then Johnson with the jam.
It is so much fun watching these guys just throw it down. Jalen Johnson can do it with the best of them.
Davis fires, and the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
And that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Just about halfway through group play. Here are the NBA Cup standings.
This competition has been really fun to watch. Some great games thus far. It feels like every year the NBA Cup just gets better.
The Hawks trail by 8. Alexander Walker on the wing. Hasn't made one yet. Pops in the layup for 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside, Davis. Young with the ball. Okongwu covering. Young, no good.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Good work there as it goes. Johnson's got 6.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Pass to Hardy. Back to Young. Outside, Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Over Okongwu. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Here's Rizichet. He's defended by Koulibaly. Pass to Johnson. From the arc. Rebound by the Wizards. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
So it's the Hawks now, following the bucket by the Wizards. Alexander Walker on the wing. Okongwu was screened. Drives to the hoop. That one goes. Count it.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Young with the ball. He's got 6. A 3. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. Rebounded by Hardy. Wizards leading by 4. Outside, Davis. So for the Wizards, George is checked in for Alexander Song. Riley comes in for Kula. Dalton Carrington's checked in for the Wizards. Davis in the corner. Brown. Fast break, the Hawks. Johnson is out there with Dalton Carrington. Then it's George, and there's Riley, and it's Davis in at the center. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. To the inside. Davis owning the inside.
And when Davis gets going, you are in trouble because he will just power through you to get to his spots.
That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Count it. Riley's got 6 points in the quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Atlanta. In the early season, they find themselves down in 9th place. And, of course, the Washington Wizards, a game behind.
And right now for Atlanta, that big splash they were hoping for to start the season just never evolved. I mean, they're stuck there in the middle of the pack.
Well, there's plenty of games left. Sometimes it's that progress you make over the course of the season that makes you a factor come April.
And there it is for him. 10 points for him.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Johnson, the pass to Young.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
Dalton Carrington's checked in for Johnson. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Young into the lane. A shot's good on the assist by George. 10 points for Trae Young.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Crisp mechanics of Young on display there. A guy who has his shot down cold.
Now, here's Kispert. He has yet to score. He had a nice open look right there.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Wizards making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Johnson, he's checked in for Corey Kispert. Young looking around. Davis setting the pick for Young. Shot clock at 6. And Davis throws it down.
Well, Young is so good in that pick and roll. He knows what the defense is going to do and then just sets up his teammate.
Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Keyshawn George.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here's Young. He's got 13. Takes a 3. Okongwu grabs the board.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
The Hawks working the ball around. Johnson with a screen on Young. Driving in on the wing, Daniels. Another three for Atlanta.
And look, Daniels knows he has to keep working on his jumper. And these kind of shots only improve his confidence.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Washington.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
Back to Young. Clock at 4. Sarr sets the screen for Young. Off target from outside. The Hawks trail by 9. From the stripe. Rebound, Washington. Here is Riley. He's got 9. Outside for George. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, what a find right there by Young. Keeping his head on a swivel and spotting the perimeter shooter.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. For the Wizards. And a change for the Hawks. Rizachet checked in. The Hawks trail by 12. Pass to Okongwu. Okongwu a screen. And here's McCollum. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte. With that miss, he is now 4 for 7 from the field. And this is the second full season for Brian Keefe as head coach of the Wizards.
Even in a rebuild, setting culture matters. Keefe's approach, accountability, teaching, and no shortcuts.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony Davis talked about what motivates him. He said championships, the things I do in the community, being a good teammate, playing hard. All that stuff matters the most to me. Don't get me wrong, money is amazing, but my legacy will win that battle every time. Guys, back over to you.
Priorities straight. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. The Hawks trail by 16. To the paint, and they get it, and Davis sends it back.
If you're near the hoop, you have to know where Davis is, or the brow will make you pay.
A nice shot by George.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Okongwu with the screen from McCollum. Shoots over Hardy. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Here's Davis. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. He's checked in for Davis. And let's see which big men have had the softest touch lately with this look at the leading field goal percentages among centers and power forwards in the last 10 games. Onyeka Okongwu, number 1. The 4th spot held by Jalen Johnson.
And it's one thing to be able to create high-quality shots for yourself, but you still have to finish. And there's no doubt all those guys can do both.
And having bigs who can score efficiently in the paint provides a great counterbalance to the perimeter shooting that we see so many teams possess.
Now, here's Hardy. He's covered closely. Young outside. Pass to Koulibaly. Pocket 6. Back to Young. And stolen by Okongwu. Here's Johnson. Rebounded by the Wizards. Czar's got 4 rebounds in this game. And that one's good. Hardy.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Here's McCollum. And the layup is good. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's the thing about McCollum. He can absorb the contact and still complete the play.
The 11-footer. Young's shot is off. The Hawks trail by 18. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Trae Young. Well, we have all enjoyed the NBA Cup tournament. And, Greg, the double meaning it brings to these games earlier in the season is just terrific.
Yeah, of course. They also count in the regular season standings as well. It allows teams a second trophy to chase, a championship that's a lot earlier in the calendar. And I'll tell you who else benefits. A lot of the young teams, because it puts them in a playoff mindset. I think it's going to help their progression over the course of the season.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Hawks. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Young outside. Misses in close. The Hawks trail by 16. And Okongwu has it in the corner. The Hawks working the ball around. Now, Alexander Walker. He has 5. Bangs home the trifecta. 17 points in the game.
Well, even though they're struggling, his solo efforts on offense have really been something.
Young pass to Hardy. And another miss by Washington. Atlanta's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Here's Okongwu. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Sometimes Okongwu can finesse his way around you in tight. He's got nice touch around the bucket.
George finds Koulibaly. Young outside. The 3. Rebound by Johnson. And here's Atlanta. They're on an 11-2 run. And the lead is down inside single digits. 19 points in the game.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Young outside. It's good from long range. Young's got 18 points in the game.
Yeah, what a play right there. Got his man tumbling to the floor and then the balance to knock it down.
My goodness, he certainly got the defender with that move. My ankles are hurting all the way over here.
Johnson with a screen on Young. Drains the three-pointer.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
George sets a screen for Young. Shoots the three. Rebound Atlanta. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, and you know, coaches honestly wouldn't have as much to do if guys shot like that every night.
Here's the drive. George with the defensive effort. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. And so it's the Washington Wizards in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
I'm joined now by Coach Quinn Snyder, and they were giving you some trouble in transition. How do you slow them down?
Well, I think we had a couple early where we were in good positions. We just didn't make the right read, and that's the biggest thing. But more than anything, whether it's a make or a miss or a turnover, we just got to really sprint back and be urgent.
The sense of urgency is key. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime, and we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
Center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Runs, please. There's taking off the shot. Oh, someone left the window open. One more time. A round of applause for our participants.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And for that matchup with the Pacers, it should reveal a lot about themselves, where they are currently, and where they need to improve.
And if they were to somehow win this, that would speak volumes as well. And guys, how about this first half for Anthony Davis? He has been on an absolute tear.
Well, let me tell you something. We're seeing an aggressive AD tonight. He's using that combination of size, skill, and athleticism to cause trouble. Just like a genie, you can't put him in a bottle because I am Kazam.
Yeah, it takes one to know one. Living that genie life. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
The Hawks trail by 9, and so in the game for the Hawks, the small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. Then it's Okongwu. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Now here's Hardy, defended by Alexander-Walker. And Davis gets it to go. Davis has got 24 points.
And that's a shot Davis will make 10 out of 10 times. He's just so strong inside.
Here's Reza Shea, and it's good, 2 points. Wizards leading by 7. To stand both the 23 and 24 first overall picks coming from France. Reza Shea, the top selection by Atlanta in 24.
Look, and I thought Reza Shea just got better as his rookie year went on, and he's going to continue to improve from year to year. This guy can shoot the ball, he can defend, and he really improved.
Whoa! How about that slam?
somebody got their feelings hurt on that one.
Incredible. Well, you...
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
Pass to Hardy. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And phenomenal movement in that. Pick and roll. Davis has a sense for where to move after setting that screen.
Here's Rizashea. He's defended by Koulibaly. Inside, here's Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Pass to Koulibaly. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Good on the shot. That's now 22 points for Trae Young.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
The numbers for Jalen Johnson. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's getting around 16 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
Yeah, when a shot is missed, he has got great instincts for where the ball is going.
Alexander Walker with the ball. He has 5. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Young. Outside for Davis. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. And now a 12-point Wizards lead.
And what a great start. to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
Atlanta's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. It's deflected.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
Here's Davis. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
Stan, March 2025 marked the passing of the great Dikembe Mutombo. 4 of his 8 All-Star appearances came as an Atlanta Hawk.
And he also won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in Atlanta. 4 in total over the course of his career. A tremendous player, but even more importantly, a humanitarian and a statesman for the game.
Got a hand on it. They recover it. From deep, Johnson drops in the tray. Johnson's got 13.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Young outside. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 7th rebound here tonight. Back to Johnson. Alexander Walker on the wing. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Pass to Davis. And it's sent back by Okongwu.
Timed it just right. Okongwu with a great block.
Here's Alexander Walker. 5 points in the game. Just 5 to shoot. All sorts of time. That's good on the jump shot. 28 points for him.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Here's Young. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Young's got 24 points. The Hawks trail by 10. Pass to Johnson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Trae Young.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Washington?
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that 3-ball for these guys.
Keyshawn George, he's checked in for Coulibaly. Young outside. Davis setting the pick for Young. Davis up top. Lets it go from deep. He can't get it to go.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Here's Alexander Walker. Oh, that's blocked. They get it back. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Okongwu. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, guys. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game. Use the things that got you here and see if it sticks. Kevin?
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Pass to Sarr. Here's Hardy. Takes the 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Johnson left side. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Sarr. Washington making some changes. Riley is jacked in for Sarr. And it's Johnson in for Hardy. Then for the Hawks, Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Rizachet. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
George with a screen on McCollum. Johnson kicks to George. No good on the triple. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Trailing by 5. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
Johnson with the block.
Well, that's excellent defense by Johnson. Able to protect the rim without foul.
Wizards making a switch here. Vukcevic is checked in. Doc Landale's checked in for Atlanta.
On the court.
Riley against Kuminga. Riley passes it to George. Now Johnson fires from deep. That ball, nice feed that time from George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
A strong catch and shoot option. Opponents will learn you can't give Johnson those kind of looks.
Johnson against McCollum. 5 on the clock. Johnson with a screen on Young. Goes up from the top of the key. No good on the shot. Wizards leading by 6. Johnson kicks to Young. Johnson against McCollum. Johnson surveying the floor. Over McCollum, and the basket by Johnson. And now an 8-point Washington lead. The Atlanta's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Driving the lane, it's good. He's got 34.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Young pass to Johnson. With the teardrop, that one misses. Good D by McCollum. Johnson with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Stolen by George. Pass to Young. Buries it down low. Young's got 26 points.
Overall, this quarter, he's getting good looks, and he's taking advantage.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Hawks have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. First free throw is good. And Quinn Snyder entering his 3rd full season as head coach of the Hawks.
Well, before this, Quinn had a good 8-year run as coach of the Utah Jazz, which ended when he resigned. Most coaches have a tendency toward being fired instead, but he quickly moved on in Atlanta.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
A floater. The rebound by Carrington. Here's Washington now. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Outside, George. 20 seconds left in the 3rd. On the wing, George. 4 on the shot clock. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pass to McCollum. Lays it up and banks it in. McCollum's got 7.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket hitter.
And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Wizards out front as they wrap up the 3rd quarter on a 14-5 run. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
First check in for the Wizards. Young comes in for Johnson. Anthony Davis is out there with Song. And it's Young. And there's Riley. And it's Carrington in at the 2-guard position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Here's Davis, and he banks in the layup. Davis has got 38 points.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Right wing. Hawks passing it around. Steps back. McCollum. And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Okongwu against Davis. On the wing, Carrington. Outside for Davis. 5 to shoot. Over Okongwu. And Washington again with the bucket.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
Okongwu with a screen on Young. Pass to Okongwu. Rebound by the Wizards. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Davis finds Song. That one good for 2. And the Wizards lead by 13.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Washington making some changes. Koulibaly comes in for Riley, and it's Hardy in for Carlton Carrington. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen in on, guys.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Young outside, and Davis now top of the key. Atlanta with the rebound. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Rizeshe. Nailed from three-point land. Rizeshe's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Hawks. Young pass to Song. He gets that one. Saw's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, for him, it hasn't been a big night. With his reputation, they've used him more as a decoy.
Johnson finds McCollum. Baseline J on the way. And a little luck that time, but it drops. He's got 39.
Yeah, despite them being behind, he's been impressive. But he can't do it all by himself.
Pass to Davis. Young outside. Young is double. And Sarr throws it down.
Yeah, you're not going to find too many floor generals better than Young.
The Hawks trail by 10. Now here's McCollum. Young with the steal. Sarr with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. Sarr, the pass to Davis. And taken away by Johnson. Okongwu at the elbow. Over Sarr. Davis pulls it down. Wizards leading by 10. A 17-footer. It's in there.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He knows every possession is critical now.
Great job.
The Hawks trail by 12. And here's McCollum. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the three.
Well, that's now his third triple of the game. First here in this second half.
And so Young will bring it up for the Wizards. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Now Sarr outside Koulibaly. Here's Davis. 6 to shoot from deep. Johnson rips down the board. Atlanta's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Yeah, count it.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Now Sarr jacks up a three. Okongwu pulls it down. Oh, what a move! That one misses. Wizards leading by 7. Here's Harden. Now Young. Does not go in. 1:09 left to play in the final quarter. Takes the three. The three goes down.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Number 11. Short personal foul. First team foul.
Fires the three. And down goes the three.
Really the best result they could have hoped for on that possession. They get back all 3 points they just gave up and are close to putting this thing out of reach.
Certainly a guy you can rely on in pressure situations. McCollum is a savvy vet who can get it done.
Personal foul. Second team.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Lean both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Taking care of business at the line, and he adds some cushion to their lead.
Not that time. It won't go. Shoots the three. Johnson rips down the board.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
And Washington can just let the clock run down here. Young outside. And so Washington takes the win. And this is a big win for them in the NBA Cup as they move to 2-1 in the group stage.
And if they can win their final group stage game, it's likely that they're going to advance to the next stage.
So let's go courtside where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game. Allie.
I'm here with AD, and tonight.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van